Have you ever done something that every inch and part of you was screaming at you not to do, but then you did it and afterwards you felt amazing? This is what doing hard things is all about. So many of us, we avoid pain, we avoid uncomfortability, but that's where the best things happen. That's where the benefits come. That's where the growth happens. Hi, my name is Bonitatibus, owner and founder of Digital Champions, and this is Let's Grow Together, the show about helping you become the best version of yourself. And today we're talking about doing hard things and how it helps to elevate you to far greater levels when you're willing to do the things that other people aren't willing to do. So one thing that I have been, well, two things that I've been doing very recently that are particularly not normal or common in certain social circles. So the first one is ice baths. You're seeing it more, Joe Rogan has made ice baths become very common. And so again, there are a lot of people that do ice baths in certain social circles and environments. And a lot of times when people look at it that aren't doing it, they think it is crazy. I would never do something like that. Why would I put myself through that? And it's honestly a fair question. But the most amazing thing, and I think it's so funny when other people talk about ice baths, specifically, again, Joe Rogan, whether you're a fan of him or not, it doesn't really matter. The point is that no one wants to do ice baths. Nobody. Nobody is like, yes, I can't wait for this ice bath. I've never met anyone that is just like that excited. But it is an element of, I'm going to do this because they know the benefit of what happens when you do it. And what's so interesting about ice baths as an example is that, yes, it has many physical effects. Like I literally did an ice bath this morning and it has a lot of great recovery, getting your legs, I did 6 miles yesterday and I really needed a recovery day today. And so sitting in that ice bath was an absolute necessary thing. But the whole time leading up to it, I'm like, do I really want to do this? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then I finally am like, no, I'm going to do it. This is a non-negotiable. I'm getting in. I am making this ice bath happen. And then when I get in, I'm sitting in there and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. I'm trying to focus on my breath. I'm like, and then the whole time I'm screaming in my mind, not out loud, that would be weird, but I'm screaming in my mind to get out. I'm like, oh, it's fine, just like end early, just end early. But in my head, I have a non-negotiable. I must do 3 minutes. I must do 3 minutes. And so I sit there, even though every inch of my body is screaming at me to get out. And what I love about it is that element, the mental battle that you go through sitting in an ice bath when you are freezing and you want to get out is the most rewarding and incredible thing when you finally finish. And you're like, I did that 3 minutes, and it energizes you. You accomplish something so difficult in the morning early that so many people aren't even willing to do. They're not even willing to get in or even think about doing it. This is what separates the greats from the average, is people willing to do hard things, being willing to do things that other people aren't willing to do. And the mental fortitude that comes from doing ice baths on a consistent basis is amazing because it is a mental win and it prepares you for mentally tough things that may come your way in the future. When you're able to show up and consistently do hard things, specifically like a lot of times in business, there are a lot of things that are really annoying that you don't want to do. And sometimes it's not even about doing hard things. It's just about doing the things consistently. But the more that you do hard things, the more that you're willing to do even more hard things and challenges. And so the second thing outside of ice baths that I've been doing is swimming in the ocean at 6 o'clock in the morning. Meet up. I'm part of a group where we go out and we swim in the ocean. And guess what? It is cold this time of year. It's starting to get a little bit warmer, which is nice, but right now, at the time of this recording, it is cold. And yes, we're wearing wetsuits, But what's also interesting is it not just cold, it is the ocean. It is a scary thing, and every time I'm there at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm thinking about I'm about to go into the ocean, it's like dark, the sun is rising, which is also like a beautiful thing that happens, but it's still super early and kind of dark. And I think to myself, what is wrong with me? I think I'm crazy. Why am I still doing this? But here I am with some other people. We're all crazy, and we go in there and we do it because doing hard things creates growth. And afterwards, I am always so happy because not only am I getting out there, being physically active, not only am I doing it out in the cold, but I'm doing it in the vast ocean that does have some danger involved in it, right? I'm not saying the ocean is dangerous, but it's certainly, well, it is, but I'm saying when I'm doing it, we're not like going deep out into the ocean. You know, we swim out a little bit and then we're swimming. It's safe to that degree. But people get freaked out because, again, it's out of their comfort zone. You have to surrender a little bit to do something like this, even though it is a little scary. But I find these things like the ice baths and swimming in the morning and doing these hard things is what has excelled my life. It's given me more fulfillment. It's given me more mental focus when doing these difficult things. And the more that you can show up, challenge yourself, the greater growth that you're going to achieve. So if you want to build more confidence in your life, do things that you never thought you could do. And be mindful of saying, I could never do something like that. Because maybe you haven't in the past, but a different version of you may. A different version of you may be open to something like this. And when you start to reframe your mind about what's possible and what you can do and start thinking about why can't I do this, and then be willing to try and do it, you'll be amazed at how that propels other areas of your life for you to succeed. But you don't need to do it alone. My name is Bonitatibus, and this is Let's Grow Together. Thanks for watching.